Hello folks, and welcome to another Mac Tactics Tactic. This time it's a 4-5-1, and it's a collab between myself and Victoria's Secret 23, VS23, or Robbo. It's 4-5-1-2, as you can see, and this tactic combines parts of my 5-4-1, parts of my 4-1-2-1-2, and parts of her 4-3-3-5. We've worked on it for over a week in the EA Tactics Hub. If you want to become a tester in the Tactics Hub and test tactics like this in the future, please follow the link and I'll put it down in the description and join and apply to become a tester. We're always looking for testers. This tactic has things that I have never seen, we've never tried in tactics before, and has a method of playing that is super Tiki Taka, super effective. Now you can play this alongside the 4-3-3-5, the 4-1-2-1-2-2, FC Pirates 4-4-4-1-4-1. Play it along all these kind of tactics that encourage you to be passing, encourage you to do Tiki Taka. They all combine really well. This is how the tactic sets up in game. Now the thing I want you to really take notice of is I have Xavi Simons up front, and I have Nkunku in my right centre mid position. These are key. And what I want to show you is Simons has pretty much exclusively played in this formation as I've been testing it, in this striker position. He has 40 games played, 31 goals and 29 assists. That's a 60 goal and assist contribution in 40 games. Nkunku, who's played slightly more in different formations, but he still has 77 goals and 55 assists. Now bear in mind he did play for a long time in the 4-1-2-1-2 as striker. But you're seeing the numbers that these guys are posting. On top of that, Sani has a 32 goal contribution in 24 games, and Coman has a 44 goal contribution in 40 games. Look at the assists that each of these four players in these positions are getting. This formation plays quick, Tiki Taka, defensively solid, but fundamentally our striker plays centre mid and our creative midfielder plays striker. Mental. But wait till you see the movement of these players. We are properly trying to break through the AI tracking, the AI defending. And I think we've got something really, really good here. So I'm going to get into some gameplay. I'm going to show you two different types of setup. I'm really only concentrating on one aspect of it. One is, the first one I think I'll put in is the balanced gameplay. And the second one I'll put in is the long ball balanced gameplay. I'll put them in the chapter information so you can see which one is which. Both play pretty much the exact same way. Long ball just does a little bit more of it for you, whereas balance is a little bit more manual. Fantastic gameplay, fantastic formation to play, really, really fun. Make sure you drop a follow for Victoria's Secret 23 on X. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you comment on this video. And we'll try and bring out more crackers like this for you. Right, let's get into the gameplay. Oh, before I get into the gameplay, I should tell you that all these players down here, and you can pause this and have a look at this, these are all players that I feel fit the two roles here and here. And the reason I wanted to put them in is I was going to do one or two from each league, but I just got through the Premier League and I was like, oh my god, there's so many players now in this game that fit. Like I don't even have Slabazai on the bench, but he would fit it perfectly as well. If you've got any of these players, and this SBC is still about, and he will fit one of the positions really well. We're really looking at players that are high work rates or high medium work rates. And yeah, you could get Balotelli and get that selfie from behind the goal, which is good fun. Right, let's get into some gameplay. Okay, we're into the post gameplay comms. That was the first team I came up against. Nice team. Sorry for my squeaky chair. Grab my pen, which, yeah. So we start off, we move into our 4-5-1-2. I'm just playing the ball in the back. You can see Xavi Simons slowly moving forward. You can see Nkunku is still far forward. Now you see Xavi Simons go. Look at that. As soon as he got the ball, boom. Brilliant. So we'll just come back 10 seconds again. So you can see here on the radar down the bottom, which you can see that better, you can see how my players are starting to move. So right here you've got my left and right mids. You've got Nkunku, who started as striker, and then you've got Xavi Simons. Now you're going to see Xavi Simons start to move forward, and then Nkunku start to move out to his right midfield position. And that movement, that's the kind of thing we're trying to replicate, because the AI doesn't pick that up as they're moving between formations. That's why I give you those 5 formation videos, because this moment here, while your team is in fluid movement, the computer is ignoring your players. The AI is ignoring the player movement, because they know, computer knows you're moving into a different formation. So it's just like, yeah, go for it, wander there. I'm not picking you up because you're no longer a centre forward. You're no longer a cam. You're now a centre mid. So I'm not a player that picks you up. So they move. And then you'll see, if I get rid of all that, and continue on, we can see here, I'm just playing about with it, into Ta, Rodri, Sani, one ball in, straight through. And it's just really nice movement, and not a single player was picking me up. AI was just completely ignoring me. So now we're in our proper formation, we're all set again. AI is going to be picking up the players. That's one of the things that makes kickoff so strong, by the way. So here I'm just trying to monitor him. I miss his first tackle. I make a slide with Van Dijk as a last ditch and miss it. Don't do that. Don't make slides like that. Tapping a nice ball into the midfield through that line to Odegaard. Sani here, I'm looking for a run. I don't see one, so I cut back inside. And Nkunku, Rodri, Odegaard, Simmons, Odegaard on the overlap. And then I decide to whip in a ball here to try and get the back post header. Do you see how far up Coleman is in the pitch, though? He's made that run. He's got into the back post. So if you have a big striker there playing that right mid position or left mid position, you're golden. Here, we just utilise the space in between the players. I'll show you that again. We pick up the ball inside his half. Ben White, first time ball to Coleman. So now, in transition, his players are now all on my side of the pitch. So he now has 4 defenders against my 3 attackers. See how narrow Sani's come in. Xavi Simons is still at the park. Look at Nkunku. He is making a beeline forward. That's the movement we want. So I now have options what I can do. And I start off with, I always do that. Start off with passing to Xavi Simons, to Sani. Again, look at this. Look how narrow this whole team has become. This is brilliant for Tiki Taka. I have options everywhere. I've got Odegaard now making a bomb and run forward. I've got Havertz making a late run forward. I've got Rodri just sitting holding. The AI's positioned him between two players, so he's prime for intercepting should I lose it. Xavi Simons has stayed on side, you can see. So yeah, lovely little passing, lovely move. And then Simons, that's why I have Cam who has great finishing, because I want that player. Straight from kickoff, we win the ball back. Again, we're one touch. See again how narrow Sani is. I mess up, but I say that quite a lot. I do mess up. Driven ball inside, we touch layoff. Again, look at the, now he's not offside, because I thought he was offside here. But we see one ball, we touch, back, ball here. You see when the ball, because I play the ball straight away, the player that he's controlling, you can see here, he's controlling Van Dijk. You can see down here, he's controlling Van Dijk. He has played me onside. So it's that quick one-touch passing that allows us to get into these positions. And once we're in those positions, we've got the players that can finish it. He moves his goalkeeper, but I see his goalkeeper moving, so I'm going near post. So we're still in the game. We're not even 10 minutes in and we're 3-0 up. Most people would quit at this point. I thought, with this big long pause, I thought, yeah, he's quitting. So I get the ball, and I just play it to my backline. I'm like, right, I'm probably going to have to do another video at this point. And then he comes back, starts playing again. So, don't know what he's doing, probably just taking a breather. Quite right to do. Ball forward to Xavi, chips the ball over. We can see that Coleman has made a run forward. Again, he tries keeper movement to bring his keeper back onto the line, which is really popular with pros. They do that a lot. But it's just looking for those. We've seen 4 goals, and they've all been different. We've had through balls, we've had Tiki Taka, we've had chip balls. We're just, with this formation, we have so many options. Here I'm defending poorly again. Luckily he takes the ball out. I've told you before, keep your body between the ball and the goal. Just like when you were playing football. Because most of you guys, if you're playing this game, will have played football to some level. Same rules apply. Xavi just doing me tricks in the middle. Pulling players in. Lovely little slide through ball through for Nkunku. Simmons again, the one-touch Tiki Taka. Odegaard gets the ball cut under his feet. But Rodri's there to pick it up. Havertz nice and narrow. And that there... If we bring up, when I lose it, why am I showing you me losing the ball again? Bring up here, I just want to highlight how narrow Havertz is, and that is the inverted play. That's like who was it, Pep Guardiola started that, and Arteta does it quite a lot with his fullbacks, likes this narrow, Ange Postecoglou likes it as well, keeping a fullback in this really narrow position. It allows them to really influence the game. So you see, although I've got all these players forward, I still have a kind of a back three with the inverted fullback staying back. Havertz is taking up position in the centre midfield, so I've got a lovely triangle here between my two stay back midfielders and my left back. These two have gone a bit of narrow. What I would like is for Nkunku to come a little bit deeper just to collect the ball. Xavi Simons is keeping his central position, and down on the map you can see down here, way over here, you can see the hand, is Sani, who's in a great position. So you can see the shape it takes up when you're playing from the back. And we'll go forward. Havertz into Xavi. Xavi ball roll. Coleman back to Xavi, and then I mess up. Didn't need to make that last pass. Should have taken a shot. But sometimes you got to have fun. You can see there, this was done, this is a Tuesday night that I'm doing this. It was just after the update, and servers are laggy as hell. I didn't get good gameplay at all in any of the games I was playing, so it's really heavy and it's really horrible. I don't know if my opponents were facing the same, but players were moving really sluggish. And we got some really weird things. So he plays a really nice wee clip ball over there. I overcommit with Van Dijk. I should have really stopped sprinting and used, what do you call it? Jockeying at that point. Odegaard, we've got the run of Nkunku again. Ball through to Xavi. Xavi. Back to Odegaard. Rodri. Pinged ball through to Coleman, who you see how narrow he is at that point. Back to Xavi. Travella to the bottom corner. So it's just about quick passes, about maintaining position, about maintaining possession of the ball. You can see here, this is a really nice view of how the team sets up. Like, these are my three centre mids. And remember, this is a flat centre mid, flat midfield, but because we have that stay back on Rodri in the centre, I do feel that he drops deeper. And this is exactly, like, you can see a 4-3-3. That's exactly what I wanted with this. And this is, my striker is really playing a false nine in this, because he's got the false nine instruction and come back on defence. So he's dropping deep right into the pocket of space. You see how much space is left between him and the defenders. Like, he's standing right in the middle of the team. He's primed for, he can pick up the ball, he can turn it any direction. And these guys are just bombing forward. This guy's bombing forward and he's bombing forward. It's brilliant. To undo all this now. I need a quicker way of undoing this. I'm sure there's a keybind. So play on. One touch off. There's the four players forward. Lovely ball through for Xavi. Stops. Comes back. Past Nkunku. Go back to Odegaard. I'm really just trying to keep gameplay going at this point. So I'm overdoing the passing. Clip ball in this way to show you the position you can get again for the wee clip ball across the goal. Here I missed the first tackle and I'm like, how fast is Athena, by the way? She was just like a rocket. But Ta uses the bruiser to cut across and win the ball. That's why I have Ta in there, because he's fast, good defensive play styles, but bruiser. I like bruiser plus. Here again, Nkunku coming forward. We've got a wee pass, slide pass, and that opens up the space between the full back and the centre back. Again, we're just really trying to keep the clock ticking so you can see the shape of the team. So I am playing one pass too many on a lot of these occasions. Odegaard with the ball to the back post. Don't know how I missed that. Don't know how I missed that. It's not even a header. So again, loads of pressure on the fullbacks. Team's got lovely width to it. It's naturally really wide. White, again, lovely centre full-back player. We're finding the triangles. There's always space for players. The passing's just taken on another level within this game. Players are getting so frustrated. I am getting so many penalties and so many red cards for the opposition at the moment because I'm just finding loads and loads of space everywhere. It's great. So Haruho with the yellow. Here I mess up there with that pass. Never should have tried that. Should have went back. Again, I try a silly slide tackle because I panic. and that's what I tell you guys, do not panic. But Athena is so fast. I just thought if she gets past me, I'm done. Zavi just standing in the middle. He's got the Tiki Taka play style, so they're great. This one, I didn't mean for the ball to go to Coleman. I wanted to go to Sani. Van Dijk, I missed that tackle. Just let him kind of take the ball down the line. He starts to go inside. I know I can bring Van Dijk across and double up on him there. Now I'm just looking for that run. I can see at the back post. We head her down. I'm in, but I go back to Sani, to Havertz again, get into the byline, clipping the ball across him. He wins the header this time, but Ter Stegen's good for the save. But you can see the amount of options I have all over the pitch, and that's Xavi with a lovely strike on his left foot. So you've seen him with Travella shots, you've seen him striking the ball, you've seen him tapping low power shots in, which are still really effective. Just letting him run at me, placing my player between him and the goal, and using the jockey, and the computer makes the tackle for me. I don't have to. It is completely nerfed from the last game, but still works. So we're into the second game. This guy. So we start off, and I think he's a semi-decent player. I didn't realise he's just a toxic rat. And I don't like saying that about anybody in the community, but you know what I do, and you know how non-toxic I am. Can't stand people when they're overly toxic. So that's gameplay lag. That's just the servers being buggy. I did press to shoot first time, but he took a touch. And in that situation, you're so close to the goalkeeper if you try and take a touch. Now this is a mechanic abuse, right? This is just mechanic abuse. If you want to play like that, you play like that, but they expect me to be a lot more sweaty against you if you're going to do that. So again, you see that lovely midfield three. We clip ball over the top. Xavi puts that away. I'm not toxic. Carry on with my game. Score my goal. Just skip the celebrations because nobody ever lets you watch the replay, so don't care. Odegaard on a lovely overlap and Kunku into the box. There, I should have hit it quicker, but I tried to be a little bit clever with the dribbling. So this guy's technical dribbling from inside his own half, which I thought, that's weird. And then, oh yeah, look at that, mechanic abuse again. Let's knock a long ball out wide. Now, actually, that's not fair. That's not mechanic abuse. That's just a long pass. If he'd done it like 2-3 times, yeah, fine, mechanic abuse. But that's just a long pass. So let him have that one. Putting pressure straight away on the ball. The tactics aren't set up for pressure, but the way the team is set up, it allows pressure. Tried a driven ball to the back post. He makes a mistake. The benefit of having that player as an all-round player, he can intercept the ball and finish the ball. That's what I'm looking for. White, you're not going to beat White for the header there, so he works well. The move from Sani there, he's so narrow, and he just, because one of the midfielders will come so narrow like that, it allows your Tiki Taka play to be really on point. Like there's just always short passes, and that's what we're looking for with Tiki Taka. We're looking for those short passes. Ben White, just again, been an absolutely phenomenal defensive right back. Look at the space Nkunku goes into. It's just acres. And then I can find a space for Simmons, and he just fires the ball into the back of net on his left foot this time. Really nice. Here again, he's just trying to drive the ball into the wing, so I'm just going to make sure my step up fullback is in the right place. Here I get so lucky. Like, I'm not even going to lie. That is just ridiculously good luck. But that, again, that's the benefits of playing a player there that has higher defensive stats, because they can make those tackles. They will make those tackles. That's why I like these all-round players now. Again, Nkunku putting pressure on, intercepts. Sané, a lovely ball, and you see that run from Nkunku. That's exactly the run I'm wanting. That midfield player needs to make those runs, and if you've got someone there with the AI ability of like Nkunku or Slabazai or Sancho or anyone like that, you're going to be able to make those runs, and players will get frustrated, and you end up with tackles like that. So I'm setting up the free kick. I think he's just realised he's got a red card because he pauses it. And I'm like, oh well, fine. You know, you're going to pause it, you're going to quit. Fair enough. Can't stop you doing that. But I think he does some tactical changes. I think he moves around the formation a bit. Let's just look at the replay of that first goal from Xavi, and that's just such a lovely little clip ball from Nkunku, and that's why you've seen the stats at the beginning, the amount of assists and goals these guys have got, because they are playing as like a two up front kind of thing, and then at times you have Sané and at times you have Coman coming in and being extra strikers as well. So you really want those four players, like I said, to have good striking ability. Here I pretend that I can do a free kick routine and then have a really bad shot. But again, how lucky am I there? But I have the presence of mind to know not to try and shoot it at the on-rushing goalkeeper. I pass it across and find a space. Again, super lucky. So those two goals you've seen have been super lucky. But they're lucky because I'm in the position to be lucky for them. I put my players in the position. Now I'm just like, I actually feel sorry for this guy at this point, because I'm like, he obviously still wants to play, so we'll keep playing. I'm not trying to be horrible at this point. I am just trying to get footage. I'm trying to show the different positions players can get into, but I am aware at this point that I am against 10 men, and I'm probably not going to get the right stuff. And then I think here, I'm like, alright, he's quitting, doesn't quit. So we play on. You see how far up the pitch Rodri can get, but if he's far up the pitch, you see, I'll just come back and show you that again. So you see here, Rodri makes the move forward, and he's moving into this position. Odegaard will be the first one to drop back. So this is because we've got 7 players in the box. We don't have 7 players in the box, but what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in attacking positions. So if you want Rodri to stay back or Odegaard to stay back, set that players in the box to 6. And then as Havertz runs forward, one of these two will sit further back. But you watch what Odegaard does with his instructions. He will start moving backwards. There he goes. And we lose the ball, and he's back covering that player. Now if I had been quicker to switch to him, I could have won that ball there. Or if I had a more defensive-minded player there, VS23 played Xhaka there. So again, with the high defensive work rate, to give her much more of a secure. I'm a bit more gung-ho, and I like players that can do everything, basically. There. Oh, right. So this period of play I wanted to show you. So after we win the ball here, I'll lose it again. Fine. This tackle here is ridiculous. That's team of the season, Van Dijk. And he misses. Now I stop the video here because at this point this guy turns into the most toxic FIFA player I have played against in a long time. He does a griddy, he then pauses it, he then messes about, he comes back in, he gets the ball with his defenders and he just switches the play with his defenders, and then he gives the ball to the keeper, headers it to the keeper so he can pick it up, drops it, headers it to the keeper, switches play back and forward. And I was just like, you don't need to see that. And then I got frustrated, paused it, put his name up on the screen because I was going to be like, guys, if you come across this player, don't play him. Give him abuse. And I'm like, nah, that's not me. And that's not us. That's not the community we want. That's not the community we want to encourage. Let's all be nicer than that. So, yeah, I just stopped it there. So guys, hope you liked that video. If you please like, subscribe. It's a bit longer. I've tried to go into more technical detail. I've tried to talk about more about my gameplay, about the mistakes I make, but more importantly about all the good things about this formation. It is super fun to play. It will bag you goals. It will bag you loads of fun. Enjoy it. Yeah. Like I say, head into Discord if you want to ask me any questions about it, or you can ask Victorious Secret 23. You can ask her any questions because this is a co-tactic. We did it together, and we based it on our two previous versions of tactics, and I think we've come up with something really nice and something that's not commonplace. So if you see anybody on TikTok or YouTube telling you swap over the centre mid and the striker, you know where it's come from. This is us. We found this, we've done it, nobody else has. Please enjoy it. Let's get into the tactics. So here we are in the tactics screen. Oh my god, that gameplay was horrendous. You could definitely see that. I'll explain in. I hope I explained it in the live section. I've not done the live com section yet, but I hope I explained about that last guy. Totally toxic, horrible player. You know, if you come up against someone like that, beat them and just laugh at them. Don't get annoyed by them. But anyway, let's get into this tactic. Remember, when I was playing Nkunku and Xavi Simmons around the opposite way, don't feel like you need to do that. Be quite happy just to play a regular striker there and a more all-rounded striker in the centre mid position. I play these two players because, like I explained right at the start, I feel these are the most well-rounded cards I have ever used in this version of EAFC. I love them. Love both these cards. He will get a red upgrade because I never packed him red. So sad about that now. Right, let's get into the custom tactics. So we were on the 4-5-1. So we start off with balanced defensive style, width 40, depth 60. This just seems to be a sweet spot. I had up at 63, and you can go up to 63. You can go up to 65 if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, but I just found 60 was so good. So we started off on balanced, and the second game was long ball balanced. The attacking width is down at 45, which again, like I keep saying, I don't like my width to be beyond 10. I don't like that, and I think the 45 width is good. Remember this was tested quite a lot in over the last week in the EAFC hub, and both VS23 and I had a number of discussions about that, whether we go down or whether we go up, because we're at 40 and we didn't know if to go down or up, but something was wrong. But 45 I just feel is really nice. Players in the box 7, so it's quite high. Corner kicks and free kicks completely up to you, whatever you want. I like 3 because I like to be aggressive on corners, so if I don't win the header to score the goal, I've got enough players up and around the box that I can continue to put pressure on the ball. And a lot of people don't expect that. That's the formation, that's how I've got it set up. Really important that your left centre mid is a defensive player. I know I have Odegaard there, but I think he's really well rounded, and I want him to do everything. I would recommend putting a high player there. I just feel like that's the best course of action. But I have Odegaard there. If you've got Odegaard, play him. He gets forward so much. He kind of counteracts that stay back command and gets forward. Really good player. Instructions, so on our striker we have balance with false 9 and come back on defence. That's what pulls them back into the midfield, drops them, which allows Sané and Coman and Nkunku to be the attacking players in the team. But you've seen how many goals the striker scores, so if you want to play a striker there who's got passing ability, by all means do that. Our centre mid, stay back while attacking, stay on edge of box, cover centre. Our left centre mid, stay back while attacking, cover centre. And our right centre mid, who's our attacking player, gets into the box. It's the only change we put on him. Now you could put get forward. That does push him forward faster. And if you're really comfortable in the kind of 4-2-4 shape, then by all means put on get forward and get into the box, because you'll see a really attacking player. And that'll give you your 2 striker formation. I leave him on balance because I like to trigger those runs, those late runs. What I'm looking for Nkunku to do is really late runs into the box and be completely free. And you see that a lot. Coman is on balanced defensive support, free roam, get into the box. and Sani is on come back on defence, free roam, get into the box. And you can see the difference that makes by the goal output and the assist output. But these two players will become strikers in this formation. So if you have like Mbappe, by all means play Mbappe on the right or play Mbappe on the left. Thought birthday, Kaka will be another great player to play there. Basically any of those high ranking striker winger players now can go in those two positions. Ben White as the right back is on stay back while attacking, inverted and step up. That's what makes him more aggressive and makes him win the ball further up park. It can sometimes draw the player out of position though, so just be aware of that. If you ever feel like your right back is not where it's supposed to be, it's probably the step up command. But that step up command will also be the thing that intercepts the ball more aggressively and puts them in front of the attacking winger. Just so it's kind of like a balance. Two centre backs, we don't touch them because we don't want them playing striker. And our left back is on balanced attack, but this time inverted, not overlap, because we want them to be really narrow, and Havertz makes really nice runs. Yeah, it just works with inverted. You can play them overlap, but I prefer inverted on this one. Alisson I've got on come for cross-season sweeper keeper, but again, completely up to you. Do whatever you feel comfortable with your goalkeeper. If you want balance, that's fine. Up to you. Just remember, when I say swap Simmons and Nkunku in game, that is not a prerequisite, yeah, whatever it is. You don't need to do it. You can keep a striker and a striker, or you can have the all-round players that I have, or you could have two cams and rely on your wingers being your striker. This formation, with these tactics, just play it, have fun, enjoy the way this tactic sets up and this formation plays. You will find a version that works for you, and you will find a mode of playing. Give it 5-10 games, let me know how you get on. I love this alongside my 4-4-2. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And the 4-3-3-5. These formations are just buzzing at the moment. Tiki Taka play you can get with them, brilliant. Remember, like, sub, and obey. There's one for you Borderlands 3 fans out there. Subscribe, and remember, only play this game while you're having fun. If it stops being fun, stop playing it. Do not do your head in it. Do not be toxic. Be good in this community. And join us on the EA Tactical Hub. We can have a chat. Right, catch you guys later.